All right, here we go. First thing on the agenda this evening, Poseidon's Fury closing for good at Islands of Adventure. For those of you who are watching in the live stream, if you've ridden Poseidon's Fury, I'm very curious what you guys
Experienced.
think. Yeah,
You don't ride it.
Yeah. I've said ride before. It's one of those things.
No, I mean, it's having be announced that Poseidon's Fury is permanently closing. That's not surprising. The surprising thing is we expected this maybe 3 to 5 years from now.
Yeah.
Because from all intents purposes, it had finally reopened last year after being closed for a while. Mm-hmm. After getting a refurb too, by the way.
Yeah, they did a lot of work on it. They completely repainted the whole facade and a lot of work on it.
And the expectation, based on a lot of like insiders, was it was refurbed to experience it for it to last about 5 more years.
Yeah.
Because we've all known the rumors. Something's going into Lost Continent for a while. Sinbad has been closed for years now.
Yeah.
Lost Continent is basically sort of the dead island. Outside of Mythos, some shops and some fast food places, it really didn't have anything.
Yeah.
So it doesn't surprise. I think the surprising thing is whatever is coming into Lost Continent, the timeline's been moved up dramatically.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of, because why would you shut this attraction down right before the busy summer season? And it's one of the few, and it's an indoor attraction too, which is, one of Island's biggest Achilles heels is the lack of indoor attractions.
Yeah.
Especially during summertime and storm season, and also with the heat. So
yeah,
why would you shut this down if you weren't planning on basically turning, I'm assuming, Lost Continent into construction wall land.
Yeah,
and putting something in there. Will it be Legend of Zelda?
Yeah, that's been the big rumor, and that rumor has been around for years.
The rumor's been around for a while. Did the success of the Super Mario Brothers movie maybe bump up the timeline?
That's what I said on Twitter. I was like, it's interesting that the Super Mario Brothers movie makes like what, 300-400? How many millions dollars did that movie?
Largest worldwide opening ever for
biggest debut for an animated movie. Yeah, they're just ranking in the dough with that movie, and then conveniently enough, Universal announces that they're closing Poseidon's Fury like literally a day or so later. So
no, and I mean we know that the deal they have with Nintendo isn't just for the original brands, the Mario, Donkey Kong.
Yeah, it's for Nintendo in general. I mean, almost.
Yeah.
So the possibilities are limitless. Yeah, Theron, I forgot to mention too. I saw the Mario movie with the kids on Sunday, so we had a busy weekend. We had all day Magic Kingdom on Saturday, and then we took them to finally see Mario on Sunday, and it was great. I loved it. It was complete fan service, just a fantastic movie. I absolutely loved it. But maybe I can chat about it for a few more minutes later on. This kind of what you said, Barry. This was kind of not expected so soon. With Epic Universe coming up in 2025, nobody was expecting anything of this magnitude. And clearly, this isn't just these rides aren't just randomly shut down permanently by Universal. There's reasons behind it. And like you said, Sinbad's sitting there. Really, the only other thing of value in Lost Continent is Mythos.
Yeah.
So it'll be very interesting to see. Now, as far as the show itself, will we miss it? I'm kind of a mixed bag when it comes to Poseidon's Fury. I think Theron kind of said some stuff here. He said, I've experienced this a few times. Yeah. There are certain things that I love about it. Yeah, that's the water tunnel and the final scene are fantastic. That's the big thing is the water tunnel, the vortex tunnel. I don't think once this closes, I don't think we're going to ever see. My thing is I don't think we're ever going to see such a unique attraction like this again.
No.
There's nothing else like this anywhere. A walk-through theatrical experience kind of attraction. I just, that's my thing with this with Poseidon's Fury is there's nothing like it. So am I going to miss it? Certain parts, yes, but I'm very excited to see what Universal, because this is a huge plot of land.
It's a gigantic plot of land.
I think somebody on Twitter mapped out the acreage of the entire Lost Continent area that's left after Hagrid's, pretty much between Hagrid's and Seuss Landing, and it's a big piece of land. So it'll be very interesting to see what Universal does with this.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down, for me, it comes down to, I mean, to show you how much I haven't seen it gone and done the attraction since it came back. I was a fan of the original version of the attraction. I, to this day, think the change in the attraction was one of the stupidest things ever.
Lord Darganon.
The original version of the original version of the attraction was way better.
And this was the one where Poseidon was the villain, and he tried to basically trap you in the temple.
Yeah.
And then they flipped it, and they made this Lord Darkanon character.
Yeah.
And Poseidon fights him.
And the budget was so cheap on the redo.
Yeah.
To this day, it's so cheesy. Where I felt like the original version of the attraction was the quality of it was I thought better.
And of course,
hands down, one of the greatest attraction facades ever.
Oh God, yes.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
That's the thing that's going to be. We've never seen an attraction facade like this ever. So that's going to be deeply missed. But I'm in the crowd of, am I going to miss it? Sort of. But I'm excited for the future. Just like when any new ride comes. It'll be sad to see some things about it go. But I'm excited to see what Universal does with all this land. The official statement from Universal says Poseidon's Fury at Universal Islands of Adventure.
Yes,
they're not saying Universals anymore.
Yeah,
for some reason. Will close as of Wednesday, May 10th, as we prepare for exciting new experiences for our guests. So that's the official statement from Universal on Poseidon's Fury closing.
Yeah, my only hope with if it is Zelda or whatever it is going in there, I'm assuming multiple attractions. I hope most of them are indoors.
Yeah.
'Cause once again, Island's biggest flaw is the amount of outdoor attractions, and
lack of indoor. Yeah.
Yeah, and I really hope whatever's going in there. Which, if it is Zelda, I imagine most of the attractions will be. If there's two major attractions, they will be indoors.
Yeah.
So it's
Zelda Dark Ride would be unbelievable. Like,
oh yeah, it'd be insane.
I don't want to go down a wormhole of Zelda rides, but any kind of Zelda Dark Ride would be.
If I remember, you're on like isn't there an airship in Zelda?
Mythos there.
Yeah.
He said, I also hope they keep and modify the Greek restaurant.
Yeah, I hate to say it, the Mythos will probably, if Zelda's come, Mythos is going to go bye-bye. Yeah. Just like Enchanted Oak Tavern did, it's going to go bye-bye.
I don't know. It's such a unique building. They could, I don't know.
Yeah, we all thought that with Enchanted Oak Tavern.
That's true.
Too.
Yeah, that's true. The giant tree statue, giant tree.
No, it's gonna. Whatever. If Zelda's going to take over that land, it's going to be the entire. I imagine it's going to be interesting to see when construction starts how they're even going to do that. If they may even have to build an entire bridge around the land.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting because unless they're just going to divide the land in half and do one part one time and then one part.
Tommy
the
says
other time.
Is Mythos still the number one theme park restaurant in the world?
I don't think it's had that title in a while.
Yeah,
so.
I don't think it's had that title in a while, but it got rated that several times. And Mythos is fantastic. I've never had a bad meal at Mythos.
No, I've never had a bad meal
Speaking
either.
of,
but I hate to say it, the chocolatier is 100 times better than Mythos.
Yeah.
And
so
I'm sure that, and there's some. I'm sure there's some restaurants in other parks around the world that are definitely better than Mythos.
Yeah, no doubt. But I'm just saying, I've never had had a bad meal at Mythos. It's really good, a good sit down restaurant.
Yeah.
So if you're planning on going, you know, and you've never been to Mythos, you might want to grab a meal there while you can, because who knows? It's not, they haven't announced that's closing, but with Poseidon's Fury now closing, who knows what else may come. So, but anyways, we have the statement up on our website if you guys want to check that out. But yeah, Poseidon's Fury permanently closing as of Wednesday, May 10th. So get your last viewings of Poseidon's Fury in now. So
yeah.